Hi there and welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We're currently in the Underbelly after solving the murders of the Underbelly. And now it seems like Tibia has had a good bunch of experience from that. And what shall we do with him? Could increase his abilities or skills, stat pools. I think he's got good stat pools, but I think he could be better with speed. Cannot increase edge, but speed would be really good. He's so good with speed. And also good with might. Will further buff this. So there we go. And now I'm thinking about what to do, and resolving the situation between Finzin and his levy is very interesting, because we got to speak to the captain of levies again, who is in Government Square, and she's someone really interesting to talk to, because she's also a little bit out of time, and we would probably love to speak to her again. This is why we want to go back. Aside from helping, a set of floating rungs rises from the door, leading up to a more conventional ladder built to the side of the ancient ship. The ladder disappears into darkness above. There's some peace. Some peace for the levy with a lost year. Now what's going about is this levy. The levies here are actually brought to life from the years that their creators give up. And it seems like Finzin has given up a year in which he would have been killed or done something very bad. And this is why the levy has such a bad life and is so disturbed and wants another year, basically. So let's talk to Sigyn about this. Drones still circle the uniformed woman's head. She's whispering to one of them as you approach, but she waves it away and smiles faintly at you. I wasn't sure I'd see you again, Notre Dame. I've got more questions about the levies. She nods. I'll answer if I can. Are you sure they aren't happy? They only seem so. Face is flat unreadable. They're not. How are they raised again? If you want to become a citizen, you step into a machine at the Order of Truth. It takes a year of your life, and it uses that year to create a new levy. And the building behind you, the seat of the government. Okay, farewell. So she cannot help us, but maybe we'll find something in the building where the levies are created, right? That could be a hint, a hunch. See what we'll find out here with a machine.
All right.
Minov Tan Liang. We should talk to him. Rubbing temples with grease-stained fingers, the tall priest nods at you. What do you do here again? I used to study mechanical Numenera. Now I run the Order of Truth in Sega's Cliffs, he says. His mouth quirks, and occasionally I sleep. I've got more questions about the Order of Truth. Whatever you want, he says. What does it do? Advise the slave families on technological matters and maintain the machine that produces levies. Yeah, about that machine. Yeah, okay. Mechanical Numenera, maybe? Responsible answer is no, but no one needs me to sign anything right now, so yes, I do. So what does the levy machine do again? It takes a year of life from people when they're old enough to become Sega citizens. The machine then shapes that time into levies that patrol and protect the city. Anyway, that's the machine. Any other questions? Farewell. We've got to return to the two guys, to Finzin and his levy, and try to work out a solution. I think it was in... Was it in Caravanserai? Was it in Circus Minor? I think we go to Caravanserai and then go to Circus Cliffs. I think that's the way. Let's go over here. And that backyard in the blue, we also have to inspect it with the circles of the Children of the Endless Gate. What will we find out there? So yeah, let's go down here. Is there someone new though? Let me see. Not really. Okay. Such a beautiful game that is. I love these alien structures that the eyes are looking at us and implying that there's some observer in there. Naturally. They've left basically. Is that true? Did we? Huh. I just made a short pause to find out what was going on, and it seems like we have Finzin's body completed for some reason, but it's not. It's in the in progress quests, so I'm not sure. We still we can find the Sorrow's Prey in the victim's house in Cliff's Edge. Near the chirurgical parlor, the leader of the Dendrahur Imbitu informed us that the Sorrow's victim lived there, and perhaps a clue to his identity can be found there. Let's try that. So this must be the house, and this is no real house. That's the entrance to the underbelly. This is the house, and we must look at that. The salty air only partially moods the cloud of putrid sweetness clinging to this jumble of fallen wood, stone and iron. Until recently this was someone's home, but the unstable ground must have caused it to collapse. Search the rubble for clues. You shift aside broken pieces of furniture and small pieces of rubble, but you find nothing of value. After a short while you realize what has happened. Someone has already picked through the ruins and taken the more accessible valuables. You stand back concentrating. Nothing about the pile of stone is familiar. But the view from where the door once stood, a boundless horizon falling into the sea, is. It appears to be the house where the Castov once lived, but either he left no clues of his identity or they were taken by the scavengers. It might be helpful to ask around the area and see if anyone spotted someone looting this house. Yeah, let's do that first. Okay, Pico. Or whoever you are, person. Glances at you distrustfully and looks away. You see anyone looting that ruined house against the cliff? No, but I wasn't really watching. He nods at the cultists who are lurking nearby. Maybe they saw something. Ah. Okay, farewell. Let's talk to the cultists. Let's just believe him for now. Hey there. Hey Tazi. Hello again, beloved vessel. She says, how may I assist you? Why are you less differential than the other cultists again? We all interpret the lessons of our father in different ways. I honor him for his wisdom, but I do not worship him. I think someone may have looted that ruined house against the cliff. Did you see who it was? Yes, the cultist says. A mischievous expression crosses her face, but I wonder if I can convince you to share something with us in exchange for our help. She ignores the startled looks from her fellow cultists. Will you tell us about your birth? Yeah, we'll tell her. What, if I must? I woke up on a theater stage halfway through a production of Gabraxi, the Erotic Automaton. No. Very well, I awoke miles above the world, falling to my death. We're a clever nano, but we really love to tell the truth if we can. You can't be serious, she says, blanching. Oh. It's true. Without getting into the particulars, I survived the fall and came to understand myself. Amazing, she says, shaking her head. None of you were lucky enough to wake up in bed, were you? She clears her throat. Well, a deal's a deal.
I'll remember that.
We did someone looking around the rubble. See someone looking around the rubble before you arrived, she says, glancing toward the pile of rubble. Dirty children, orphans perhaps, were digging through the ruins. I believe they took some food and valuables, but we were trying not to stare. Thank you, a good day to you. I know exactly whom. Whom there is. We'll give them something for their efforts, I guess. Hey there, and there we are again. Zeb, will you talk to us? The boy salutes you as you approach. Good to see you again, ma'am. How can I help you? Have you and your friends been picking through the ruins near the chirurgical
I'll
parlor?
remember that.
He nods. That was us. I found some food, but we already ate it. And Avina got some kind of Numenera box. Covers his mouth. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You're not going to take it away from her, are you? Of course not. I was just asking. Oh, of course she loves that thing. Can you tell me anything else about the area? Not anybody comes through here anymore. It's nice and quiet. Better than the rest of Cliff's Edge. Farewell. Let's talk to Avina, though. She's got that box. What does it do to her? The little girl still sits outside the old house, still playing the flute. She smiled at your approach. Song today, ma'am? Let me ask you something. All right. Someone saw children playing in the ruins of a collapsed house. Was that you? I had a feeling you were smart, not like most grown-ups. She shrugs. Seb and I rummaged through the house for something to eat. He got some stale bread and dried fruit. But I found something even better. Here, I'll show you. She pulls something small out of her pocket. It looks like a metallic cube. There's something strange about the geometry, as if you weren't quite seeing it in perspective. The trick box. I don't know why, but it just felt right when I picked it up. She twists it gently this way and that, but the box remains sealed. You can faintly hear something rattling about inside. I haven't figured out how to open it yet, but I will. Actually, that is not yours. I have to return it to its rightful owner. I didn't steal it. I found it. She snatches it back up, but after a second she slumps and holds it out again. I guess if it's somebody else's, they should have it. It's for a good cause, I promise you. She sniffs a little as you take the box. Okay.
I'll remember that.
Pulling her eyes away from the box, she looks up at you. Was that all you wanted? What do we have here? This is a small metallic cube, recovered from the ruins of a collapsed house in Cliff's Edge. It is edged with tiny symbols, but the means of opening the box is not obvious from a cursory visual inspection. Said that a woman named Skora used to live next door. She was a nano-sorcerer, so maybe a witch. I think she got in trouble. She went away one night and never came back. I feel the same way Zeb does about the Stichers. The poor thing, we're all taking care of it. The other Sticher abandoned it, so now it has no family except us. She leans in. Please don't tell anyone about it. Zeb would die if anything happened to it. Tell me your story again. So be from outside the city. Not now. I'm from here. Farewell. And I think we got to give her some money for that box. So she's better off for it. The girl still sits outside the house, still playing the flute. She smiles as you approach. Song today, ma'am. How much? It's 8 shillings for a sad song or 12 for a happy one. Play us the happy song. 12. Thank you, ma'am. Always happy to play that one again.
There we go.
Girl lowers her flute and looks up at you. Do you want me to play another? No, thank you. Farewell. And we have Avina's ditty. Oh, active until next sleep. Nice. So we get a buff from that. That's crazy. There's that. Eggs. Far below you can see a ledge jutting out from the cliff face. A collapsed tunnel appears to have been once used to access the strange objects cradled in the corner. Could we reach that? I'm doubtful. What's here? Can we enter this place? No. So what to do with that box now? We have investigated the house. We now have that box. What should we do? We're on the Builder's Trail. Yeah, seek passage to the Valley of Dead Heroes. No, we want to do something else here. Loss of self, decide what. Maybe that has to do with loss of self. 2. She also had that that problem with some kind of Numenera. We'll talk to her again. I think she was up here. We also got to get back there, probably. And to the bloom, of course. Loss of self now. Loss of self. Her hands cradle her flushed temples like a crown. And her eyes are closed. Still she manages a humorless smile as you approach. Good to your back. Talk loud. It eases the pain. I'll help you deal with the woman in her head. Good, she's getting louder. I just want her to be quiet. No, not that. Tell me about the ghost you saw in the fifth eye again. It's her, the woman in my head. I know it is. About who you used to be again. Groans, clutching her head. Said there might be records about your past. Where would they be again? Government Square, she says, her brow wrinkling. She appears to have forgotten that she was the one who brought up the idea. Council has records on everyone. I'll be back when I figure out how to help you.
Yes.
Let's get back to the fifth eye. This game, it's such a strange world.
Go.
So, for now, thank you for watching, and happy gaming to you. We'll see each other in the next episode when we're investigating further. Have a good time until then, and happy gaming.